We know that falling fertility and rising longevity are giving rise to a massive shift in the age distribution of the world's population in the coming century. By mid-century, the developed economies of East and Southeast Asia are going to have much larger fractions of their population over 65 relative to the working age population. In Singapore, for example, this fraction is projected to rise from 15% to 50%, meaning a transition from 7 workers per retiree to just 2 in less than 4 decades. This demographic has been referred to as the silver tsunami, or more bleakly, as the demographic winter. It's certainly a major challenge and highly complex, but it's not all doom and gloom. And the reason I say this is that the need to address the issues of aging will lead to policies and behavioral changes that would be beneficial even in the absence of population changing. Enhancements to healthcare systems and pension systems are an immediate example, but over time, there will be more fundamental changes. Many countries now have fertility rates below replacement rate. And this means that cohorts entering the labor force are smaller than the cohorts exiting. And eventually, labor forces will shrink with a negative impact on economic growth. So what can be done about these smaller, younger cohorts? Aside from incentives to increase fertility, measures to raise productivity, and the use of imported labor, there is a fourth option, which is to reduce the outflow of older cohorts. This calls for measures to enhance and exploit longevity. And there are 2 dominant themes to my mind. First, there needs to be a mind shift in regard to retirement. According to the UN definition, 65 is old. From an economic policy perspective, this is clearly going to become inappropriate if it isn't already. Even now, we talk about 60 as being the new 40. By 2050, someone 65 years old in East or Southeast Asia can expect to live to 90. And many of these extra years are going to be healthy years. So eventually, we can imagine 80 being referred to as the new 60. If the retirement age is not adjusted in sync with these developments, it will distort the natural life cycle, put undue pressure on pension resources, and worst, it will fail to take advantage of the valuable human capital embodied in experienced workers. An essential companion to delaying retirement is the promotion of healthy living to reduce healthcare costs and enhance productivity. The rising incidence of lifestyle diseases is an economic threat, even if medical intervention can prevent a negative impact on mortality. An effective public health program in support of healthy living is fundamentally important and should be aimed at the population from an early age and not just at the aging. Good public policy in these 2 areas will go a long way towards making aging more of an asset and less of a liability.